Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Big Time Talk Show, the greatest talk show in the world. Today, as you know, is the launch of the brand new WWE Network, which I remind all of you to make sure you get so you can get all the pay-per-views for free. Well, not for free, but $10 a month. Now, this weekend, had a little things to do. As you can see, I got my free haircut. I got a little iron lifted as I do every day. And this weekend, as y'all are wondering, where's the KBW episode at, man? Well, you can see that this weekend, Mr. O suspended me for, quote unquote, revealing too much to you fans. You see what I think about that is, Mr. O, you're a snake, Mr. O. You're just like Cage. It's a little big difference. I mean, you know, it's a big difference between Mr. O up here when it comes to snake, big time's down here. When it comes to being big time, being the best at what I do, the greatest sports entertainer of all time, the greatest wrestler of all time, the greatest submissionist of all time, the greatest in KBW, the greatest in trampoline wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. O and Cage are down here, and big time through the roof, baby. So, Mr. O, you say I revealed too much to these fans. Well, you don't give these fans what they want, and honestly, the way some of these fans act, I don't blame you. See, some of these idiotic fans that have the brains the size of a pea, they don't deserve the best, they deserve the worst, because they do nothing but listen to lies and are fed lies, and they choose to believe them. They would rather go with a man whose one eye looks this way while the other one looks that way, who's as tall as his arms are long. Pitbull reminds me more of an orangutan or a baboon. You people would rather cheer for a man with no moral standards, no character, and all he does is do what the world thinks is right. And see, what you people fail to realize is I am big time. Pitbull has never defeated me. Pitbull may have chokeslammed me along with his little boyfriend into I guess you would call it a death trap. But Big Time was back. Big Time came back stronger than ever. You see, last week, I took the Great Dane out. And Cage, I now talk to you because just think, if I'd have come out there just a little bit later, could have been you being dragged to the back with blood on your face. Not Great Dane. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, what Cage, the Great Dane, and Scooby-Doo, along with Mr. O, have in common is they're all worthless losers. They all have nothing in this life. They all amount to zero. I, Big Time, can offer you all a way out. I can offer you freedom from these imbeciles. You people may not like me, but you have no choice but to respect me and what I do in and out of the ring. You see, no one can have a talk show like I can have a talk show. No one can wrestle like I can wrestle. No one can break ankles and talk trash like I talk trash. No one can match me in any phase in this business. I am the greatest wrestler, entertainer, talker. Hell, I'm the best low blower in this business today. No one can touch me. Nothing about Big Time is fake. Everything about Big Time is made from me. It is who I am. Nothing about me is KBW corporate. Nothing about me was made from Cage or Mr. O. Everything about me is what's inside here. Because I have a heart. I have the heart of a lion. I have the heart of Jesus. So all you fans who choose to boo me if you must, but let me explain something to you very as simple as I can make it. You see, in a few weeks, we'll be having another pay-per-view. Since I was suspended, I have yet to know what this name of the pay-per-view is. But at this pay-per-view, stage 1 of the Big Time Takeover will take place. You see, I will have one of KBW's championships. They will be around my waist. I will hold them high in the air with my adversary lying face down on the mat, tasting his own blood with a broken ankle. Now, whether that's the Bama Kid, Hazard, or I hope it's Mr. Not Better Than Me Cage, whoever it is, your championship belt will be mine. Whether I have to break your ankle or break the rest of the locker room's ankle so I can get to it. I am KBW. Whether you people want to believe it or not, I am the best. I will prove to all you people that I am the best. I am Big Time, the greatest sports entertainer of all time, baby. But on to better things. We will now move to the Big Time questionnaire of the day. Today's first question comes from Mr. Alex Harris. He wrote me again, a very big timer, the biggest of the big timers. He asked, do you think D-Man will ever hit puberty? No, I do not think D-Man will ever hit puberty. I know he will never hit puberty. I hope to the good Lord he hits puberty. Because D-Man, once you turn a certain age, you can't be fooled around with elementary school girls. It doesn't work like that, man. And there's another thing I'd like to talk to you people about. See, you people cheer D-Man. Oh, I love D-Man. He turned heel. He's such a great guy. He's so aggressive. Really? You people cheer a kid that doesn't even love this company. He doesn't, or not this company, because I hate this company. He doesn't even love this business. I love wrestling. Wrestling isn't in my blood. I'm not a third generation superstar. I'm not a fourth generation. Hell, I'm not. This isn't in my blood. But it's what I love to do, and I do it well. I do it better than anybody out there. You see, D-Man does it because he wants TV time. He wants to be known. And in KBW, if you hadn't realized, if you're in that tight little knit group of friends that started the company, then you get a shot like Paul Wall and D-Man and Jacob Storm. All those men were with KBW or have been with KBW for a while, and everything they've gotten that they've gotten has been handed them on a silver platter with a napkin and a little drop of ketchup to dip their chicken nuggets in. You see, everything I've gotten in KBW, I've had to scratch and claw for. I haven't gotten much in KBW. I hardly ever get a match on a house show because I'm too busy getting suspended because of an idiotic general manager or an idiotic Mr. Orso who can't. I have to be quiet. Alex, I appreciate you being a good big timer, but don't ever mention D-Man or Jacob Storm or the Pitbull or any of those other idiotic retards on my show ever again. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Now on to the next question. This next question comes from none other than DXFan5732. He writes, Big Time, what is your favorite move to do and why? It's real simple. My favorite move to do is the BTA, the Big Time Ankle Lock. Because I know once I slap that Big Time Ankle Lock on, if I have it cinched in just right, I can make it snap in the palm of my hands. Once I get it wrapped around that ankle, locked right here, and I start pushing and twisting and turning and pulling, it's over. Done. Might as well ring the bell. Another one of my favorite moves to do is most people call it the Angle Slam or the Olympic Slam. I call it the Big Time Slam, baby. The BTS. Those are my favorite moves to do, young man. And our last question for today comes from WWE Fan 1435. He writes, Big Time, what did you think about last night's WWE pay-per-view, The Elimination Chamber? Do you like Randy Orton retaining the title, or would you rather have preferred Antonio Cesaro or Daniel Bryan to win the title? Well, you see, Daniel Bryan has something that many superstars have. He has the WWE hates me-itis, which they do. They hate Daniel Bryan, much like Mr. O hates Big Time. You see, Daniel Bryan and Antonio Cesaro, they should have won. They should have been one of the two to win the Elimination Chamber. I don't like Daniel Bryan's yes, yeah. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. That's stupid. It makes him look like a little cheerleader. He doesn't need to do that. But I am a fan of his wrestling ability, his skills, and I do like the beard. I wish I had a beard too, but he and Antonio Cesaro should have gone a little farther in the Elimination Chamber than they went. You see, Antonio Cesaro and Daniel Bryan have fallen victim to the WrestleMania-itis, where we have a superstar such as Dave Bautista coming back from his retirement to kick a great superstar out like CM Punk so he can win the Rumble and headline WrestleMania. Much as Paul Wall comes in and immediately gets put in the main event over somebody who's been in the company a little longer, T-Rex, Mick the Brick. Paul Wall immediately comes in automatically in the main event. See, that's what happens when you have a close little knit group of friends. You see, the people that deserve the shots do not get the shots. The people, the wrestlers and the entertainers in this business do not get what they need. They don't get what they deserve. They get what the company tells them they need. And that brings me on to today's Big Time Loser of the Day award. And it's real simple. The Big Time Loser of the Day award goes to the general manager of KBW, Mr. O. No drum roll needed. Mr. O, I am sick and tired of you screwing me week in and week out, suspending me, fining me. This is going to end, Mr. O, one way or another. You will give me what I want, what I deserve. Not what I want, but what I deserve, or I will make your life a living hell. Do you understand me, son? And yes, I'm calling you a son because you are below me. This is big time. This is Mr. O. So, Mr. O, what's it going to be? You going to give me what I deserve? My championship shot for my championship that I handed Cage. I handed it to him. I gave him the 1, 2, 3. I could have been a fair referee and gave it to AK-47. It's what I should have done. I regret that decision, very much so. So, Mr. O, I give you a dilemma. You have till Sunday to give me my championship shot, or I will start eliminating superstars from this company. Do you understand me? And if you don't, hell hath no fury like the fury of Big Time Mike. Signing off for now, it is always Big Time, baby!